So it's finally done. 1 month and 11 days later, I managed to turn this disgusting old music studio in a grungy office basement into this. Not only does it house the cleanest desk setup that I've ever owned by far, but it's set up for everything. A-roll, top-down shots, my workstation, and eventually an entertainment center. Before I dive in, I just want to say thank you. None of this would have been possible without you and the support that you've shown me on the channel, and it's insane. When I say that this is a dream come true, I genuinely do still feel like this isn't real. When I started making content, I was using it as an outlet because I suffered a grand mal seizure. I lost my job, my license for 2 years. I was stuck in a small condo, and my setup there was tiny. All I could fit was a desk, a light, and a shelf. And when we moved, I was lucky enough to have a larger room in a basement apartment, but after a year of experimenting with the layout and changing up the look, I realized that at the end of the day, the space was a very limiting factor. I ended up shooting pretty much all of my B-roll outdoors, and for content that I know you guys enjoy, like console reviews, it just became an impossible feat to do it in a way that was functional, but also looked good in that space. So I knew it was time for a change, and this is it. Let's start off with the desk setup, because I feel like this is where I'll be spending most of my time. The desk itself is kind of a Frankenstein. The frame was given to me by my uncle, and the countertop is from IKEA. It's 77 inches and quite narrow, which I really like because it doesn't take up too much space in this corner, but it also does fill up the back wall. There's an IKEA Alex drawer underneath it, and I did my best with the cable management to make it look clean, but overall, as a staple of this area, I think it actually looks really good. On top of the desk, I'm using a Samsung Odyssey G8 OLED as my monitor. It's a fantastic display. I bought it last year, and even though it was quite expensive, I really haven't looked back. You can even use the included remote to give it a smart TV function, which I think is awesome, and I like the form factor as I've always been a fan of ultrawides because the extra screen real estate is nice to have. Underneath it, I have this bamboo desk riser from IKEA as well, and it just cleans it up nicely and separates the monitor from the peripherals, which I think was a nice touch. Tucked inside though, I am using the CalDigit TS4 Thunderbolt dock. It's amazing, allows for DisplayPort out, and I can connect all of my peripherals and SD cards with only a single cable going to my laptop. Now, plugged in currently is the ROG Zephyrus G16 OLED from Asus, and I've been testing it for the last month or so, and I'm blown away. The model that I have here is like the balls to the wall one. It's a Core Ultra 9 with a 4090 mobile, and it's a very thin and sleek chassis, which is quite different from what I'm used to for a gaming laptop. Aside from this, the other laptop that I use, which is my main device, is the M3 Pro MacBook Pro. I picked it up a couple months back when I went to Salem, Massachusetts, and I don't regret the decision at all. It handles everything that I need it to, and now since I'm traveling to and from the studio, it's nice to have a device that handles what I need to on the go. For the peripherals, I'm using the fifine Tank, which is both a USB and XLR microphone, and one of fifine's low profile mounts. It sounds great. It also looks really nice, and it hits an insanely low price point for the value that you're getting. This is also a fifine boom arm. It's the same one that I'm using over there, but this is a different mic, and we'll talk about that in a minute. The keyboard is a Keychron K2 HE. It's buttery smooth. The key switches feel fantastic. I like the wood grain look. It's unique, and it's something that I don't see often. For the mouse, it's a Logitech MX Master 3S. It's okay. I really do like how convenient it is with pairing to multiple devices, and it does have a side scroll wheel, which is great for editing, but I do have some issues with it, and it will eventually be swapped out, probably with a trackpad, and then with the Asus, I'll most likely just be using a gaming mouse. They're both sitting on top of a leather mouse pad my wife got me off of Amazon, and it looks really nice, but it's also dual-sided, so I can change up the look anytime. And above the monitor, there's the Nanoleaf shapes. Now, these are going to be in a gift guide video soon, but I really like these, and I think it just elevates the look of the entire setup. I also really like that these things kind of cast a glow on that side of the wall. When it comes to this side, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, as this whole A-roll setup is not exactly complete yet. I'm still kind of planning it out in my head, but we'll get there. And the panels that you see are provided by Panelux, which came in clutch. I've always wanted these wall panels. I got the walnut color, but they're an acoustic wall panel with this really dense foam backing. They're also just super aesthetic. They're in the entertainment area as well, which we'll get to, but huge thank you to Panelux for sending these over. The setup was pretty easy. Cutting them down can be easily done with a handsaw as they're 9 feet by 2 feet, but get some power tools and save yourself the time and just get a cleaner cut. This was a 2-person job, just making sure they're aligned, but they can be attached to the wall easily with screws, or in this one wall's case, with PL glue, because behind it is concrete. But the end result is insane. It took nearly no time to get up and running, and I really think that it transformed the entire space around it, giving it some added depth, and it does help with acoustics. Though, much like everything, sound deadening and stuff is something that I'm going to be working on in the future. I just don't necessarily have a plan for it yet, but now that everything's laid out, I think we can kind of get a grasp of it. Now, what I'm sitting in right now, this is the flexispot C7, and they're actually today's video sponsor. Yeah, blah, 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 integrated sponsor spot, whatever. Flexispot didn't actually pay for this, but flexispot did send a bunch of stuff over, and I am very thankful. So this chair, for starters, I have one of them at home as well, and I've used it for the better part of a year, and it's been the most comfortable office chair that I've ever used. It's literally as ergonomic as it gets, with tons of height adjustment, lumbar support, neck support. You can slide the cushion forward or backward. It's super stable, and it's also very breathable with this mesh material. But, and without spoiling the rest of the room yet, the standing desks they sent, the E7 Plus, have also been a game changer. Not only are they insanely stable, have a 540-pound static capacity, literally being able to lift me whilst I'm sitting on it, but there's no wobble when using the desk at a height beyond sitting. It's compatible with a ton of other office desk accessories from flexispot, and it's really going to change the workflow. I'm also using one for the top-down set as well, with the dark bamboo tabletops on both. Now, in the top-down set, it does fit the clamps that I use for my camera rig securely, and the keypad, which does control the height and different profiles for the standing desk, also has a USB-A port for charging devices. Being able to stand up and fill my top-downs is something that I haven't been able to do before, but this puts way less fatigue on my back from awkwardly bending over. And they were also kind enough to send over some more accessories like the PS015 USB power strip, which has 3 full-sized grounded outlets, a USB-A port, and a Type-C port for charging. The MT1B standing desk anti-fatigue mat, which, I mean, literally, as the name suggests, is very nice. It's plush, and I could literally sleep on it. And they also provided the CB2, which is a filing cabinet on wheels with a key lock. Now, I use this to store everything that I need for top downs, like cables, props, and other necessities, and it really does help a ton. But, like, seriously, I actually can't thank flexispot enough, because without them, a lot of this wouldn't really have been possible. And it just, like, the fact that this is a great product and the fact that they sent it over willingly is insane. So thank you. Now, if you're interested in any of these products, there's currently a ton of promotions going on right now where you can save well above 30 to 40%. So go check the link in the description, and I'll see if they want to do you a solid and put a code in there as well for some extra savings. Anyways, the whole place now is lit up with Amran 60Cs. There's 3 of them, and each one has a lantern to fill the room. The main area for filming these A-rolls is the newer 100-watt light that I got years ago with a 90-centimeter softbox. There's also an LED panel light with a softbox above the couch to act as a hair light if I'm ever going to need to film there, and the light that I use above the flexispot desk for the top downs is also a newer light, but it's newer. Okay, wait. What I mean by that is that newer light is a 130-watt light, and it also allows for a Wi-Fi connection, so I could use it with my phone to wirelessly control it, just like the Amran lights. The setup for the A-roll, though, is pretty simple. It's just a tripod, an HDMI cable, a BenQ monitor for higher quality and larger image readout for monitoring, and I use the Logitech Yeti X connected via USB to my MacBook to record the voiceovers. Eventually, there will be a shotgun microphone, but I do need to sort out that sound treatment first, so unfortunately, we have this chunky microphone in the way. But I like how simple and clean this is. Like, the fact that this is a standing desk as well is nice, because I can change the height if I want to film vertical content or do other types of shots, so it's just super convenient. Now, walking into the living room area, it's not done, so don't get too upset. But there's an IKEA TV stand, which I've owned for years now, but we replaced the one at home, so I took it with me. And there will eventually be a TV here, a console, and a soundbar, but for the time being, it's just here. To the left of it, there's also a light that I mounted. Now, this is just to add some separation and throw some light onto the wall to make it a little more interesting, but there's going to be a plant in this corner, so it won't be super visible. It'll just be like a nice diffused glow. The shelf to the right has been a staple in my content for a lot of time now. It's literally been in the background since the beginning, and I bought this light kit off of Amazon to add some pot lights on it, and I just use it as a backdrop, but it's not organized yet. Much like a lot of stuff here, nothing is 100% done. Like at the moment on it, I really just have my Ally X and the Sonos Move 2, but I think it's a nice shelf, so it's definitely staying. And yes, like I mentioned, this is the top-down set. It's gonna be game-changing having this separate from where I film my A-roll, and it's just so clean and easy to get going. Like I said, I have a rig connected to the flexispot desk I got from Amazon last year, and it works wonders. There's also, yet again, another HDMI cable coming out of this monitor and into the camera so I can see exactly what I'm filming, albeit upside down, so I'm gonna have to figure that out, but it works. And I have the infamous pegboards that were also in my old place, and the way that it's set up now isn't permanent. I only just finished the space literally yesterday, but it's nice to have things within reach and kind of on display. I also got it from IKEA, like a lot of stuff here, and I am really happy with it. Same with the rolling cart that I'm using as a side table, which just has the Beats Pill speaker on it at the moment, and this coffee table, all from IKEA. Now, the love seat is old, so don't judge. I put a cover on it and it doesn't look the best, but this is temporary. Eventually, I want to find a nice love seat or sofa to swap it with. Though this thing is comfy. There's also just a lot of things that my wife picked up to make it feel more homey, like candles and coasters, which I think look really nice. And I also got the 2 chairs from this place called HomeSense in Canada. Now I want to make this welcome area look a little more vibey, if that's the right word, but I still don't know exactly what to do with these shelves. So if you have an idea, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, I could go on forever. I will say this whole space, it's not perfect. There's imperfections in the ceiling, the flooring, but I literally did 90% of this on my own, and I can't believe how different it looks from the beginning. Now, I had help with the panels, I had help with installing the floor, some electrical nonsense, and some of the demolition, but as for the painting, the sanding, the patching, the planning, and so on, I'm actually really proud of what I was able to do in the time that I had. I mean, yeah, like this is it. Now, I'll be doing a video decking out this home theater setup in the future, and as I build it out more and as time goes on, I would love to continue to share more about this space, but thank you for watching, because like I said, none of this would have been possible without you, and to me, this is insane. Now, if there's specific videos about this space that you want to see, let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you've watched all the way through, go ahead and drop, I don't know, a light bulb emoji or something in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.